Hi everyone, my name is Emily and I'm from Michigan. I have a great story to share with you. But first, please like and subscribe. I grew up on a beautiful piece of land with my older sister Rose. Our parents were super successful real estate investors, which meant they could afford to give us everything we wanted, except their attention. But Rose always invented games for us to play to keep me distracted. We spent all of our time in the woods at the edge of our property. I didn't care what we did, I just loved being with her. In the spring, a little creek running through the woods would fill up so high that we couldn't get across it safely. Let's build a rope bridge to get across.
It'll be like our own private kingdom, just for us.
It was magical. Sometimes the boy up the road from us, Ethan, would join our games. He was a year older than me and a year younger than Rose, and he followed her around like a hopeless puppy.
You got a bug in your hair. Ew, where? Right here.
I was super protective of Rose and always jumped in to fight Ethan off with my pretend sword.
Hey, don't mess with my sister. Or else what? It's okay, Em. You don't have to worry about me. It's the older sister's job to be the protector, remember?
But as we got older, Rose began spending more time on her own. We were still close, but a gap had opened between us. Can we go play in the woods? I'm busy today, Em.
Come on. You can be the queen and I'll be your royal servant.
Go ask Ethan.
It's not the same, Rose. Please.
I said not now. She stormed upstairs and slammed the door.
I don't get it. Why doesn't she like me anymore?
Don't worry, sweetie. Your sister's only growing up and she has things keeping her busy. She still loves you. I didn't like the change much, and I wasn't ready to grow up yet. So I still went on our enchanted kingdom in the woods by myself. But then one day, everything changed. It was a beautiful spring day, and after school, I threw my backpack in the house and ran towards the woods. Rose was still walking up the path to the house. Come on, Rose. It's a glorious day. Too good to stay inside. Maybe later. I have to finish my homework. Finish it later. Come play with me. Later, Em. Promise. I was disappointed, but I went to the woods without her anyway. But seconds after I'd stepped onto the rope bridge, it suddenly snapped and I fell into the water. My arm hit a rock and I felt blinding pain. I tried to grab hold of something to stop myself, but the current was too strong. I tried screaming for help, but I knew no one would hear me. Just then, I spotted Ethan running down to the shore ahead of me and climbing onto a rock in the creek. As I came close to him, he grabbed me and pulled me out of the water. Oh my God, are you okay? You saved me. Can you walk? I think so. He helped me back to my house where my parents and Rose rushed out to me. Emily, what happened? I slipped and fell in the creek. My arm hurts really bad. Ethan saved me. Oh, my baby. I'm so glad Ethan was there. Rose looked too shocked to even speak, but I pressed her hand reassuringly. Luckily, I only had a broken arm and a minor concussion. I rested at home for a week with my parents fussing all over me, which felt really nice. I especially got a lot closer to Mom, who wanted to be near me all the time, and we'd even watch YouTube videos together every evening. Thank God for YouTube. But Rose was strangely absent, and I couldn't help feeling hurt by her coldness. Couldn't my sister take out some time for me even now? When I returned to school, it pinched me to see Rose laughing and talking with her friends, enjoying her life. But anytime I tried to talk to her, she made some excuse and ran away. I had to wear a cast for weeks, and after that, a sling for months. Learning to write with my left hand instead of my right was hard. But Ethan would help carry my books and supplies to school and back. He hung out with me every evening, and Rose ignored us both completely. What was her problem? One day after Ethan left, I barged into her room. What did I ever do to you, Rose? It's like you hate me now, and you won't even talk to Ethan. Why are you being so weird and distant with everyone? Emily, I don't hate you. I'm just dealing with something right now. What is it? You know there's nothing you can't talk to me about. Okay, it's Ethan. I've liked him for a while now, and recently I asked him out, but he rejected me because, well, he's gay. What? Are you sure? Yes, of course. He told me so. But you can't say a word to him because he made me swear I wouldn't tell anyone. He's not ready to come out yet. But yeah, I just feel a little depressed about that. And I can't be around him right now. I had no idea. I can stop hanging out with him if you want. It can be just us again. No, he needs a good friend around. I'll get over it soon. I just need some space, okay? I was shocked about Ethan and a little hurt because I always thought we were close friends. but he told Rose instead of me, and I gave Rose the space she needed. In the halls of our high school, she would brush by me like a stranger. Ethan saw it too, and one day, he asked me about it. Did you and Rose have some fight? I wanted to tell him I knew about him rejecting her, but I didn't want to break Rose's trust. I thought maybe if Ethan and Rose could talk, things would go back to normal. I don't know. I really wish I could reach her, but hey, maybe you could talk to her for me. Sure, I can try. Thanks, and be understanding with her. She's obviously upset about something. Later that week, Ethan brought Rose her favorite candy and walked up to her locker. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but moments later, I saw Rose's face turn angry, and she pushed him hard to the floor. Just stay away from me and mind your own business. Rose stormed away, and I was shocked at her behavior. I helped Ethan up and took him to the fountain outside. I have no idea why she reacted like that. Listen, Ethan, I know you're not ready for anyone to know, but I swear I'll keep your secret. I think Rose is still really hurt that you rejected her. Huh? What are you talking about? It's okay, Ethan. She told me everything about you being gay and not wanting to be with her. She said that's why she stopped hanging around us. I thought maybe if you two talked again, things could be normal. But clearly I was wrong. Emily, whoa, hold on. I'm not gay, and that never happened between me and Rose. She just stopped talking to me out of the blue, and she pushed me just now because I told her she wasn't being a good sister to you. Huh? I don't understand. Why would she make up this lie? I was determined to get to the bottom of this, so later that day, I confronted her about it. I know Ethan isn't gay, Rose, and he never rejected you. So what's really going on? Ugh, I'm busy, Emily. I don't have time for this right now. That's the thing. You never have time anymore. You used to be the best big sister, but you changed into this cold, uncaring person who makes up lies and excuses to stay away from me. Now you're awful. Yep, I'm awful. So that's why I stay away. And I don't know why you're dying for my time and attention. Maybe it's time you grow up and do something on your own for once. So just leave me alone. And a week later, she left for college. I tried to keep in touch, but she didn't seem interested. So eventually, I gave up. I went to a college close to home and enrolled in an environmental studies program, using our woods as my own personal research lab. Ethan had left town for university too, but he'd visit often and we'd catch up in the woods just like old times. And one fall evening, he told me that he liked me. But I always thought you had a thing for Rose. I did have a childish crush on her, but that was so long ago. I think I've kind of been in love with you for a while now, Em. I keep coming back for you. He kissed me under an ancient sycamore tree, and it was perfect. One day, as I was raking our lawn, I saw a luxury sports car drive up to the house, and Rose stepped out. She was beautiful and sophisticated. Everything I was not, but I didn't care. Rose was finally home. I ran to her like we were kids again, covered in dirt after spending hours gardening, but she immediately stepped back. You aren't gonna hug me like that, are you? No, of course not. I'm just so happy to see you is all. Yeah, well, I don't intend to stay long. I have a business opportunity for Mom and Dad. You must have heard. I got into real estate too, and I'm doing really well. We went into the house where my parents were evidently expecting her. They hugged Rose, but it was stiff and awkward, almost like strangers. I left the room to clean up, and when I returned, Rose was finishing her presentation to my parents. I think you will see that this is an amazing opportunity for not only you, but for the people of this town. I must say, I'm impressed. What's going on? Rose has made an offer to buy this property from us. It has a lot of potential. Once we clear out the forest, we can use the available land for commercial properties, restaurants, a shopping plaza. What? You're gonna cut down the woods? Well, yes, of course. All that land is otherwise wasted. And you two are okay with this? Honey, this is just how business is done. What about the environmental impact? What about the animals who live here? Ugh, Emily, don't be so emotional about this. It's a great chance for this town to finally move forward. Move forward? Did you ever think maybe the town is okay with where we're at? Maybe you're the only one who wants to move forward all the time. I stormed out of the house. How could they do this? How could she do this? I returned sometime later from the woods to find Rose standing on the porch talking on the phone. Yes, it's almost done. Yes, of course. Let me call you back. My little sister looks like she wants to yell at me again. She ended her call and sighed. Go ahead, Emily. Tell me how horrible I am. I just don't understand. The woods are full of magic, our magic. Why would you want to tear this all down? Doesn't it mean anything to you? Do you really need more money? It's not about the money. Then what? Don't you remember the robins in the trees? The way the sunlight looks on a summer morning? The fox tracks in the winter snow? The sound of our creek running in springtime? It's like you want to destroy our past. Of course, you want to preserve it like some shrine. I swear, the day you fell was probably the best day of your life. After that, you've always had Mom and Dad's constant love and attention. And I'm the awful older sister who let you go there by yourself and almost let you die. And they never let me forget it. What are you talking about? When did Mom and Dad ever say anything to you? They did, Emily, just not in front of you. They always treated me differently after that. And it didn't matter anymore if I had the best grades or achieved anything. They just never noticed me like they noticed you. And I can't really blame them. I blame myself. But finally, I seem to have done something to make them proud. For the first time, I really saw the sadness behind Rose's eyes. Rose, if our parents made you feel that way, then they owe you an apology. It was an accident. And I don't think much about that anymore. What I think about are those hundreds of other days we spent there, just me and you. I would give anything to have that again. For us, for our children. This isn't about preserving our past, Rose. It's about securing our future together. I'm sorry, Em. I've wanted to tell you all this for so long. I know I've hurt you a lot, but I just thought that if I stayed away, I wouldn't be responsible for anything that happened to you. I'm really sorry. There's nothing to forgive, Rose. The woods have always been special, but it's you who made them that way. I just want my sister back. For the first time in years, we stood together, watching the sunset behind the trees. Hey friends, I'm Ella from New York. Please like and subscribe. People say fairy tales are just stories, but today, I'll tell you my story, and you'll see how this is wrong because I can confidently say that I'm a modern Cinderella. I'm an only child, and my parents loved me so much and cared a lot about my musical talent, which they noticed when I was only 6. I played the piano, wrote songs, and sang too. She's gonna be a famous star one day. She sounds like an angel. Believe me when I tell you, I love music. I spend all my time singing and playing or listening to music. When I was 10, I even wrote my first song. Sadly, everything changed when I turned 13 and Mom and Dad divorced. Mom left us and we were devastated. But after 2 years, my dad met someone new. I didn't like the idea at first, but I didn't say anything because I wanted to see him happy again. One day, he told me that he had invited this woman and her 2 daughters over for dinner. You're gonna like the girls, I promise. They're so nice, and they're your age as well. You can finally have the sisters you always wanted. When they finally came over, my soon-to-be stepmom Lindsay and her 2 daughters, Anna and Joanna, pretended to be nice to me, but I don't know why I felt like they were lying the whole time. Oh my, look at you, aren't you a dear?
I feel like we'll be best friends. I like your hair so much. Can I see your room?
My dad and Lindsay got married after a short time, and she and her daughters moved in with us. Our house is bigger than theirs, so we'll all fit in nicely together here. Anna and Joanna will keep you company all the time. Isn't this amazing? Yeah, Dad, it is. I'm so, excited. I really didn't like the idea because there was just something weird about them, but I didn't have the heart to say that to my dad. Not long after the wedding, my father came home one day looking extremely happy. Girls, guess what? I got promoted. Really? Congrats. How much will they pay you? I don't know yet, but I'll have to travel every now and again. It's a very important position. But Dad, I don't like having you away for long. Don't be silly. He'll make a lot of money. He has to take the job.
When are you gonna travel? What will you bring for me?
I need a new phone. Please.
What about me? I want a new laptop. Mine is old.
Baby, I've always wanted a diamond ring. The golden one is not so nice. Can you please get me one? What about you, Ella? What do you want me to get you? Nothing, Dad. Just don't stay away for too long. See, this is the sad part. I discovered that Lindsay had married my dad for his money, and she literally cared for nothing else. When Dad started to travel a lot, Lindsay, Anna, and Joanna showed their true colors. They were terrible. They treated me horribly. They were only nice to me when he was around. Just stop playing the stupid piano. Your playing sounds like nails on a chalkboard. You think you're a musician? Such a loser.
Oh, yeah, stop it, will you? You're giving me a headache.
Just like that, Lindsay didn't let me play the piano anymore. She didn't let me do anything, basically. Wait a minute, is that my shirt you're wearing?
It was your shirt. I liked it, so I took it. Do you have a problem?
Anna, why is your stuff in my room?
I'm bored with my room, and it's very small. I want yours. It's bigger and nicer.
Get the rest of your stuff out of my new room now. That was the last straw. I couldn't take it anymore. I planned to tell my dad everything when he got back.
Oh my God, I never did that. You told me you wanted us to exchange rooms.
I'm really hurt.
Didn't you give me this shirt because you took my orange one? I didn't take anything from you.
Oh my, I didn't let her play the piano? Why would I ever do that? If anything, I encouraged her to practice more.
What? What are you saying? I'm not lying.
Ella, I am very disappointed in you. I never thought you would lie to me. Lindsay and the girls are trying to be a family to you and you're telling lies about them? I never want to hear anything like that ever again.
I mean, the audacity!
2 years passed like this before everything changed, when I learned tragic news. Apparently, the company Dad was working for was a fraud, and he was in jail, miles away. And if things were bad in the beginning, they got even worse. Lindsay and her daughters made my life terrible, and I didn't know what to do. Music was the only thing that helped me. When I saved enough money, I bought a secondhand microphone and downloaded an app that would let me play different kinds of instruments on it. I kept writing songs and music and recording them on my laptop and listening to them because I couldn't live without music. Wait a second, why don't I upload one of my songs online? Of course, I can't use my real name or picture because God knows what would happen if Lindsay or one of her daughters found out. But the idea isn't so terrible, is it? It's better than being this far away from music. After only 2 days, it had 100,000 views. In the comments section, I could see that people loved the lyrics and the music, despite the low quality of the video. So I started to post more and more songs. Soon, everyone at school was talking about my songs. That made me happy and sad at the same time because I couldn't tell them that it was me. Have you listened to this new song by this mystery girl? Let me tell you, it's amazing.
Not yet, but I have to check it out now.
I adore her songs. If only we could know who she really is. I literally know all her songs by heart. But things didn't stay good for long for me. Joanna recognized my voice and playing somehow and told Lindsay. What do you think you're doing? Playing smart and thinking I won't know?
I don't understand how someone like you got this number of views and likes.
She won't anymore. Give me this laptop now. I'm going to delete those stupid videos. If you do one more thing like this, you won't like what happens. Please, don't. Please.
Wait a minute, Mom. What if
we could use her fame? We could make a lot of money if we let her write and record those silly songs of hers, and I'll pretend that I'm the one who's actually making them.
The camera loves my face anyways.
What? You want to steal my music? Are you crazy? Oh, that's a brilliant idea, darling. And you, Ella, have no say in this at all. You either do what we say, or you can say goodbye to your dad forever. I'll make sure he can't get out of that jail and stays there forever. I won't hire a lawyer or anything to save his butt. Got it? This family was crazy. They were heartless. Lindsay bought better equipment and forced me to use it to record my music and songs. Later, Joanna would shoot videos of herself pretending to sing and play the piano, but it was actually my voice, my music, and my lyrics. The number of views and likes on the video was crazy. She was becoming the new social media sensation, and she was making an insane amount of money. At school, everyone wanted to be her friend because she was the popular girl now.
Joanna, please come to my party this weekend. It would be a blast having you there.
Sign my shirt, Joanna. Please, please, please.
Can I get a selfie with you? Please, say yes.
Meanwhile, I wasn't allowed to go anywhere other than school. It felt like I was in prison. Lindsay, Anna, and Joanna were watching me all the time because they were worried I'd reveal their secret. But I didn't because I was afraid they'd leave Dad in jail forever. But things changed once more one afternoon. Ella, you better listen to what I'm gonna tell you carefully. There is a huge musical competition that's happening soon, and if I mean you, created the best song, I can win a record deal with an important record label. And how are you planning on recording an album exactly? Are you planning on dragging me behind you to the studio, letting everybody know your truth? That's none of your business. My mom will think of something. Start working on that song now. I had no choice but to write a song on the required theme and record it. Now, I need to shoot a video for this song, but it needs to be perfect because I have to win this competition. Guess what happened then? She won. She and Lindsay were over the moon, quite literally. Mom, I just got a call from the record label. They want you and me to go tomorrow and sign the contract for the album. That's perfect, honey. You'll be a star. Hey, Ella, you're coming with us tomorrow. What? Me? Why would you want me to go with you? What if they asked us some stupid question about music and singing? You'll be there to help Joanna answer. Understood? Wasn't it enough that they were stealing my music and money? They also wanted me to watch them doing it? When we got there, Liam, the CEO himself, welcomed us. Welcome to our company. It's been a pleasure meeting such a young and promising talent as you, Joanna. For how long have you been playing the piano and singing? Oh, since she was 10. She's the most unique kid ever. That's nice. And have you had any teachers? Well, I don't... Oh, no. She taught herself all that she knows about music. Isn't she amazing? Sure. And you are? Oh, that's Ella, my stepdaughter. She's one of our family, and we love her dearly, just like she loves us. Right, darling? What? Yeah, sure. Nice to meet you, Ella. I feel like you're surprised I'm the CEO because I'm young. I hear that a lot. But the truth is, this company belongs to my dad, and he only trusts me to run things around here. I was sitting there silently, not saying much. This Liam was very nice, and to me especially. He kept trying to include me in the conversation, but Lindsay didn't like it. Ella, dear, be a dear and bring me my shawl from the car, could you? I'm cold. Sure. I understood that she wanted me out of the room because she wanted his full attention to be on Joanna. So I left the room and started walking aimlessly around the corridors of the company. Wow, look how many musical instruments are in this room. What is that? A huge piano? It wouldn't hurt if I played it for a minute, will it? I hadn't played a real piano for years because Lindsay sold mine. I miss this so much. I closed my eyes and started to play and sing my heart out. I didn't even feel the time passing. I didn't even feel Liam standing behind me by the door. What's that? How's that possible? How is this your voice and not Joanna's? I don't understand. Please, just forget what you saw and heard. Wait here. After a couple of minutes, he came back with Lindsay and Joanna, who looked really scared when she saw me near a piano. Why don't you play us that song that won you the competition before we sign the deal? It's only fair that I hear you play live. What? Mom? Let's leave that to another day. I'm afraid Joanna's not ready today. She's recovering from a bad cold. I insist. It's actually part of the contract's conditions. Believe me when I say, at that moment, I wouldn't want to be Joanna for anything in the world. She sat at the piano, tried to stroke the keys, but of course, she couldn't play. She tried to sing in a low voice, but it was very clear that her voice wasn't even good. She was about to cry. Ella, why don't you give it a try? I was terrified for a second, but I told myself, come on, have some courage. Liam knows the truth now. I played and sang the song perfectly. Ella, we would be honored to sign a deal with you. What? What do you mean with her? It's my daughter who won the competition, not this girl. Your daughter can't sing, ma'am. I know the truth now, so no need for more lies. What do you say, Ella? Sure. I'd be crazy to say no. Let me tell you that the album I made with Liam was a hit. I had enough money to hire a lawyer and fight Dad's case, all with the help of Liam, and he was finally home. Please, Ella, you know we love you, honey. Please don't throw us out. Please, I am so sorry. We're really sorry, Ella. You can have your room back. It was just a misunderstanding. Please. It's too late now. The whole world knows the truth. Now, please leave because I have to prepare for my first live concert. The concert was amazing. Thousands of people came. I was living the dream. Liam was even waiting for me backstage with a bouquet of flowers. Oh, thank you so much. I love them. You're the best, you know. You saved me from my evil stepmother, exactly like a fairy tale. And because I did that, Don't I deserve a date? Just to be authentic to the story.
You do. Let's go get some ice cream.
And a kiss?
Yeah, and a kiss.
And that's how I wrapped up my story. I got rid of the evil stepmother and her daughters. I became a superstar, I got the Prince Charming, and I had the happily ever after that everyone wishes for. So, after all that, can you deny that I'm a modern Cinderella?